Good Saturday morning to you guys. This is Z-Man Trucker. Continuing our trek across America. As anyone who's been following me, we're sitting here in Oxnard, California right now. Having begun this trek last weekend at Socorro, New Mexico. So this is video number 5 in the series of Trek Across America. Now, I said that I would leave from my last destination point, and that's right here in Oxnard. And while I was here, during my break, I was looking for a load that would take me to Bakersfield, California, because I know there's a Kenworth dealer there. But I couldn't find any loads, so I rested here in Oxnard, and I took a cab over to Bakersfield, and I bought myself a new truck. So this will be my third truck in this new version of 132. So I arrived here in a Peterbilt 579. In my company colors, in my company name and all that. So I went and I purchased this Kenworth W900B. So let's just take a quick look at it on the outside. I won't get into all the specifics. I always beef them up to the maximum, whatever I can put in it. So this is my W900 Kenworth. And it's 625 horsepower, 1500 RPM. Fuller Eaton 18 speed with 308 gear in it. So this is what I've got. And of course, this is my trailer, and right now we're sitting at a FedEx dealer, our FedEx shop. Now, strangely, this is my own trailer right here. This 53 foot box, and I'm hauling grain to San Francisco. So this is a weird load for this kind of a trailer to be hauling grain in it. I don't know how they're doing this. Maybe it's in bags. I don't know. But okay, let's make our trip to San Francisco. And as I've mentioned to you previously, I'm trying not to rehash everything. But game time right now, it's 4:10 p.m. in the afternoon. So the way this kind of works, that 5 minutes of real time equals an hour and a half game time. So this trip is, we're 330 miles, 6 hours and 46 minutes. So you're talking about maybe 15 minutes real time to get to San Francisco. Okay, let's make this happen. I generally don't drive other vehicles other than Peterbilt and Freightliner and all that, but I do like this old conventional, or this is not old, this is a rather new truck, W900 Kenworth. And this is my first trip on it, so we're going to see how this goes. Of course, getting out of places is always difficult because traffic isn't always accommodating. So I kind of inch my way out. I try to. Alright, here's somebody that's going to let me go. I got to make sure the other lane's going to let me go. All right. If you do this very slowly, then you can actually get out on the road. But if you zip on out, then you're going to get whacked. As I mentioned to you, speed limit in California is 55 all the way across the state, which is weird. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'll take it up to around 60, and then I'll just put the cruise control on, and we'll go from there with it. So like I says, I'll get into San Francisco, dump this load, pick something up, and then we'll head back down to Southern Cal, work our way down to Southern Cal. I try to only do 4 or 5 hour game time videos, which are 15-20 minutes tops. And my intent of this trek around America, this first phase, is to work myself to the East Coast, going down to Miami, Florida. So that's where these videos are going. So they're all in sequence from the first one that's posted here. They're all in sequence by date, and they are tagged video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm not, you know, like I don't tell you about the game or teach you about the game or show you any tricks of the game. I'm just a driver, have my own virtual trucking company, and I'm making a trek across America, and you're riding shotgun with me, and we're just going to chit chat. Our speed limit says 65, but that's for cars. There's the ocean. Whoop. So we're going up the coast. SES did do a very good job on scenery for California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and and they're working on a new DLC for Oregon. Who the hell wants to go to Oregon? But anyway, that's what they got, and that's where they've gotten with it. So anything beyond those 5 states are rather barren in scenery and all that. I mean, the towns are there, and they've got sort of generic scenery, and but it's still fun to drive across the United States. Yeah, there's a lot of barren places in between the towns, but so that's why I wanted to take you from I'm not going any higher than San Francisco. So we'll work our way back down Southern California, into Arizona, go into New Mexico, and from Texas on, work our way to South Florida. as I mentioned to you, I have this other extra mirror up on my right hand corner because every time I look out that other side mirror, you actually take your eyes off the road. And steering is so sensitive. I have a G2729 combo driving system, steering wheel, shifters, pedals, and all that. But no matter how much I hit the sensitivity on them, even if I put a little bit of dead zone in there, just the slightest move of my hand will, throw me into another lane. So it's easier to have that extra mirror, which is why they give it to you to use as an option, and I'm using it. This route is not going to take me over the Golden Gate Bridge or over the Oakland Bridge. We're coming up backside of San Francisco, right off the coast. So, okay. A lot of winding roads. I'll bring up my EDL. Alright, so we're 4 hours out. That's, like it says, about another 15 minutes or so. This is going to kind of make for a long video. Put our lights on. No rain, thank goodness. So I'm doing 60 and a 55. Well, that's okay because I have the police turned off. Police in the game, a little wacko. And the sun is getting really ready to set, so we'll be coming into San Francisco in the evening, so. A lot of farms and ranches even out here. And this looks like some sort of a grain or some kind of farm like that. Those all those silos. Uh-oh, blinky light up here. Oh, it must be an accident. Oh yeah, something happened there. And the sun is starting to set behind the mountains. So it'll be interesting to see what San Francisco looks like at nighttime. As I've mentioned previously, I generally don't spend a lot of time in California. I mean, mainly because of the speed limits, but too, a lot of you're always driving on sort of steep inclines, and so I guess I'm like I like the East Coast because I can just drive on flat world, flat land. But that's why I have this truck right here. This truck can handle this constant climbing. Big valley. I turned my radio on, but I actually get live stream music through this simulation. But guess what? YouTube and Facebook frown on it because it's all copyright music. Even though it's a radio station, they frown on it. So I can't play my tunes while I'm driving. And I'm usually playing my country tunes. Let's take a quick peek outside without running off the road. Whoop, like I said, it's hard to drive from the front of the truck. Sign Santa Cruz, San Francisco. mentioned one of the things I have turned off in this game is mandatory sleep, because after about 8 hours or 11 hours of driving, you start yawning and the screen starts getting fuzzy and dark, and that's letting you know that you're tired and it's time to take a nap. And so I turn that off because I don't like to sleep. If I'm driving, I don't have a need to sleep. Even in the real world, if I got a long distance to make, I'll drive the whole thing and sleep when I get there. Alright, we're about 29 miles out from San Francisco. And when I get there, I won't go through the process of unloading the truck. I'll just pull into the yard and I'll end this video, because I have to do that requires me to go through a couple of windows, and so you guys can come along to see all that stuff. So we'll just take you into the yard, and then I'll end the video. And then the next one will begin in San Francisco, and we'll start heading south and work our way into southern Florida. I'd appreciate if you're tuning in, that you subscribe to my channel so you can follow these videos. And you can go back to the first one. I actually have 2 Z-Man channels. Shooting star just then. I have 2 Z-Man channels. I don't know how that happened. So there's a bunch of old videos on the other one, and this one right here. I don't know how that happened. When I tried to upload to my original channel, it created its own channel, so for these new videos. So there are only 5 videos on this channel, and which has me a little perplexed. Alright, now we're in San Francisco, and that's part of the skyline, but we're coming in from the south. And I'll tell you, I've driven to San Francisco here. It's a scary place to drive, considering that it's like a roller coaster in San Francisco. Every damn side street, every damn road is a roller coaster. And then you got to contend with those trolley cars, or whatever the hell you call them, street cars. That's a real pain. I got whacked by one of them one time. Okay, we're going to make our turn here, and we're just about a minute out. And okay, guys, I appreciate you riding along with me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Have a good Saturday. Again, this is August 25th, 18. Till next time.